Hey guys, today I want to go over the grapes for the Islamic Empire with you before you take your quiz. And I just want to preface this by saying that your quiz is going to mainly have to do with the Islamic religion. That's where we're going to focus the most. So I'm going to spend the most time in this little video going over the religion of Islam. Um, the religion started in the Arabian Peninsula, and that is the region that we've talked about this week. The videos you've watched, the maps that you've looked at, all pertain to the Islamic Empire and the location of the Arabian Peninsula. It's in the southwest corner of Asia. It lies in the intersection of Africa, Europe, and Asia. That's why this religion spread so rapidly between these areas. Um, the location and the physical features and the climate of that area shape the whole region. It's very hot and very dry. There's very limited resources. The water and fertile land was mainly found in certain places called an oasis, which was key stops along the Arabia's trade routes, which mainly went through deserts. There were two major cities, Mecca and Medina. Now, the religion practiced in this area is mainly Islam. It began as a polytheistic area, but that changed when the Prophet Muhammad came about. And he brought about the religion of Islam, and you learned about this in your slides. Um, and like I said, the earliest followers of Islam lived on the Arabian Peninsula. This is important to know. This will address an answer to one of the questions on your quiz. So when Prophet Muhammad came into play, this area changed from being polytheistic, which means believing in many gods, to being monotheistic. And this came with the religion of Islam. Islam is a monotheistic religion believing in one God. Their Quran is their holy text, and it is essential to the practice of Islam. They live by the Quran. The duties of Islam are known as the five pillars. These duties are Allah's will. Allah is God, and they feel like these pillars are God's will. So to practice Islam, you make a statement of your faith of Islam. Then they have daily prayer, which most of the time is 5 times per day. They believe in donating to charity, giving to the poor. They fast, which is going on right now. It's like a month in May, and they refer to this time as Ramadan. And what happens is they fast from sun up to sundown. So during the day, they do not eat. When it becomes dark, they can eat all they want. But then when the sun comes up, they cannot eat anymore for that day. So they fast. Another thing that they do is referred to as the Hajj, is a pilgrimage to Mecca. So they believe that at least once in your lifetime that you make this pilgrimage to Mecca. You go and visit Mecca, which is located in this Arabian Peninsula. This religion is similar to Christianity and Judaism because they believe in one God. However, the difference would be that in Christianity, we believe in Jesus as the prophet, and Islam's prophet is Muhammad. So that is different. Christians believe that Jesus is God, that he came to earth and incarnate. He is God. So it's different than the God that Christians believe in, just because of Christians believe that Jesus is God, and Muslims do not believe in Jesus. They believe he was a prophet, but they do not believe he is God. So the God that they worship is just a little different than the God that Christians worship. Um, Islam would spread into other parts of the world through missionaries and traders, and it spread into Africa by trading with Timbuktu. This was a huge trading place. And so the religion, as people would meet to trade, they would talk about their religion. They were considered missionaries. Um, it spread from Mecca to Asia Minor through this trading process. Um, Also through the trade, I'm going to skip down just a minute to the economics. Also through the trade, Islam spread beyond Asia, and the evidence of this is the practice of Islam throughout West Africa. So it was taken from the Arabian Peninsula, from Asia, into Europe and into Africa. All right, so let's talk about some of their achievements. This is important for you to know also. Anything that I've underlined or handwritten in is important for you to know. The golden age of Islamic culture was what this time frame was known as, and they received this title or obtained this title through their advances in math, science, and medicine. This was important. This is going to be on your quiz. Some other examples of their achievements were astronomy and math, geography, more accurate maps, medicine, public hospitals, writing calligraphy, architecture, minarets, the philosophy of Sufism, and literature, the poetry and short stories. Some political aspects of the Islamic Empire was the Quran and the Sunnah. Muhammad's words and actions were the basis of the law. Here in America, we have separation of state and church. However, during this time period in this area, religion was combined with law. The Islamic law was known as the Sharia. It made no distinctions between religious beliefs and their daily life. Religion controlled the government, made that a theocracy. It was broken up into empires and they were ruled by caliphs. All right, so the economic or the economy in the Arabian Peninsula relied mostly on trade with other civilizations. They traded items such as spices, perfumes, precious metals, ivory, and silk. They also traded their ideas, and this is how the religion in Islam spread and became one of the world's major religions. The social hierarchy, God was first, and then their prophet Muhammad. The caliphs were the Muslim rulers. Then you had professionals, which were doctors, teachers, and merchants. And then you had commoners, which was referred to as people of the book. And then Christians, Jews, or Muslims. And then slaves. So these are the greats. And anything that you see, this is a review of the whole Islamic Empire. And anything that you see that is underlined or handwritten in on my greats, you might want to do the same for your greats, or just remember that so that when you take your quiz, you have this information fresh in your mind, because I have gone over all of the answers to the quiz. If you've listened to this video, you should make 100 on the quiz. This is what you need to know about the Islamic empires.